Good day, my fellow South Africans. Today we are here with the trigonometric or with the grade 11 class, and this is an interesting question that we have here. This question can also be asked in a grade 12 question paper. The paper 2 is where we would normally encounter a question like this. So the question reads as, so how we can demonstrate that the value of tan 300 is equals to negative square root 3 without using a calculator. Alright? So tan of negative 300. So what we're first going to do is we're going to make a sketch. Whenever you're asked to solve without the use of a calculator, you're most likely going to use a sketch. And because it's a function or an angle that is greater than 90 degrees, we most probably also going to use with a sketch that's drawn on a Cartesian plate, because then we're working with angles greater than 90 degrees. All right. So we know that this is called the x-axis and the y-axis, and this is my point of origin, 0 and 0, and we're going to go from this point here starting, and then that's 90, another 90 gives me 180, up until there gives me 270. So that is actually the 300 angle that I'm referring to. Alright, so what you do now for your sketch is, but now you're going to say, but we're busy with trigonometry, and we know that trigonometry is the study of sides and angles in right angle triangles. But now you're going to say, sir, there is no right angle triangle. So what you're going to do is always from the x-axis, no matter in which quadrant you are, you do a dotted line up until that point right there. Alright? Now what is the difference? Because if that was 360, the whole revolution would be 360. What is the difference there? If this is 300, what is that angle? So that angle is 60. And if we know our 60 angle, that means this is going to be perpendicular to the x-axis. That is 60 and this is 30. You don't have to put that in, I'm just doing that so that you can also see. And then, what do I know? This is supposed to be a triangle, which properties I'm quite familiar with. So you can tell me, the side closest here to the 30 is what? It's square root of 3. No? And this one is 2, and that will be 1. Now you got it? Just check if that is everything correct there. But now you need to look closely. The x's, we're in the fourth quadrant, so x is positive, but what is negative? Y should be negative. So this is my x is positive, but my y is negative. Alright, now they ask me to show that now I can go right. So I know the reference here is tan of 300. Tan of 300 is equals to. Alright, so they asked me to show that. So I'm going to show that. I already did my sketch, and now from my sketch I'm going to derive this. So what is tan I'm first going to do the reduction, which means I write it as tan 360. Now grade 11, I want you to write that reduction down so that I can see where it comes from. But for the grade 12 learners, it's not necessary for you to do that anymore. Alright, so in grade 12, we teach you not to, it's not necessary because it takes a lot of time away. But in grade 11, because this is a new concept, I want to see this. I want to see the reduction, but in grade 12, you can go straight to that answer, which is going to be tan is in the fourth quadrant. So what is it? Positive or negative? Negative tan. And that is going to be negative tan of 30. So which is going to be, what is tan of 30? I know tan of 30.
Why is it 30?
Sorry, tan of 16. Tan of 16. What is tan of 16? Tan of anything is opposite over adjacent. So it's opposite over adjacent. So which gives me negative square root 3 over 1. Negative square root. Alright. Now we're going to continue with the question number 5. And at question number 5 there, we have 2.5.1, which says simplify as far as possible. Simplify as far as possible. So we have the tan of negative theta times sine 90 minus theta over sine 180 plus theta and then plus 3 sine of 180 minus theta. Alright, that's a negative angle. Write there for yourself a note. Mr. Williams, write down a note. That's a negative angle. So I'm basically working in which quadrant? If I have a negative angle, in which direction am I going? Clockwise. So that means this angle here is in the fourth quadrant. Now what is tan in the fourth quadrant?
Negative.
Negative. So it's negative tan theta. What do I have here? Co-functions. So that is going to become?
Cos.
So that's going to become cos of theta over sine 180 plus. Which quadrant am I working? 180 plus what? Third quadrant. And what is sine in my third quadrant?
Negative.
Negative. So it's going to be negative sine of theta plus sine 180 minus. So that becomes
In the
second quadrant. What is sine in my second quadrant?
Positive.
Positive 3 sine of theta. Tan I always go rewrite as sine of theta, but it's a negative sine of theta over cos of theta. Over cos of theta times with cos of theta over 1. Everything there. But now we can simplify this because this is actually like terms. Yeah? So there's a what there? Negative 1 in front. Please don't put it there, I'm just putting it there for you to see. So it's negative 1 plus 3, which equals to?
2.
Negative 2 sine of theta.
Negative. It's positive.
Positive, sorry. Positive 2 sine of theta. This one cancels out with that one. So we have negative sine of theta divided by 2 sine of theta. And then the nice thing here is answer is negative 1 over 2. Simple as that. Alright, the last one, and then we're going to take a break, then I'm going to give you an opportunity to do some exercises. So there the last one is 2.5.2. We have 3 plus 2 cos squared of beta plus 2 sine squared of beta. Alright, now we're reverting back to some algebra there. Algebraic stuff. We can say 3 plus, I'm going to take out between these two terms, I'm going to take out a common factor. What is a common factor there? 2. If I take out 2, then it becomes cos b squared plus sine b squared. Flicker light should be going off. What do I see here? We spoke about this yesterday. Now you missed that. Square identity. Cos squared plus sine squared of the same angle is equals to 1. So that means here we have 3 plus 2 times 1, which equals to 3 plus 2, which equals to 5. There you go. So you see there, simple knowledge. And like I said today, you have a lot of tools. You just need to learn how to work with the tools now. Alright, so we're going to the textbook now. Thank you.